And we return to what will almost certainly be the final recording session of Gladius. I don't expect there to be any more than one or two videos left here. I believe from what I remember, what I saw was the Imperial Guard looked like they might be able to put up some kind of fight, but other than that, I wasn't expecting much. Let's see, I believe I sent this fine gentleman down here, this Tech Priest Dominus down here, to go shopping and then hop a ride in the Archaeopter Transvector. We also apparently recruited a Tech Priest Manipulus. So it's probably been about a week since I last recorded this. So I may be a little bit off in terms of what I can remember from the last session. Let's see. Suppose I'll get... Well, this guy's level 6, so I can just get a bunch of skill points in all of his skill trees. And, let's see. I may want to load the Manipulus up in there with the Dominus. The Manipulus could certainly heal him quite a bit, but, the Manipulus would also get hurt by just about anything, I believe. Not a terribly tanky unit. Oh no, we also had Scutari. I could have loaded them in the Archaeopter. Well, I'll just drop the Dominus off where he can do something fun. Now, these guys, I remember I wanted to send them around just terrorizing people and stealing outposts, so I'll probably just go ahead and start doing that. Let's see here. How many Scutari do you have loaded inside? Alright, we're going to go ahead and steal that Jacaro encampment as well. Free money, and more importantly, we get to take it from somebody else. Let's see, and we were tearing down the city that the Sisters of Battle had made, though not at any particularly crazy speed, if memory serves. No, nothing too crazy. And it looks like... these gentlemen are in need of healing. See, the Manipulus can provide just that. So let's go ahead and get that Castellan healed back up to full. We can continue to tear down the city using the rest of my men. Cataphrons are so good. Wow, I was not expecting them to be this good. Let's see, we've also got the Dominus here. He can go ahead and take an outpost here. Which outpost do we want taken? I'll take that one. The Jacaro encampment. Okay, we got... who else around here can even do anything? Oh, this guy! Right, I saw a barbarian Castellan over on the left. I wanted to take it. Oh, there it is. Okay, well, I probably should have had the Scutari take the first step, then. You know, that probably at the end of the last session, I saw that Castellan go into those ruins. But I had completely forgotten. Okay, let's see. The Scutari can take a shot. I don't want them to. That guy's going to be mine. I don't want him harmed. The Scutari are there to take shots, which, come to think of it, is kind of sociopathic for me to do. But nonetheless, I'm doing it. Let's see. This Stratoraptor, I was having a look around at the various Imperial Guard cities. It's taking some shots. It could do a little bit of damage in return, but not much. Alright, we're probably going to want it to return back to our cities then, as much damage as it's taken. Let's see. How much damage can we do to either city? Only the slightest amount. Let's see. Okay, the city with the higher population does have a higher health pool. That makes sense. I was wondering about that earlier. Okay, output cam 8. Let's see. They just produced a Scutari and a Manipulus. A Dominus would be quite good. He would be pretty well trading 4 food for 4 influence, as well as having a hero running around that can do quite a bit of damage on his own. But for now, I'll hold off on purchasing one just right now, as we could stand to have more food. Let's see. Speaking of standing to have more food, let's see. It looks like we're tuning out pretty good amounts of each resource. But we could use more loyalty in either city. After that, I may want to look into founding another city just to get an extra little bit of free resources. Let's see, do I have... okay, I do have the space for a loyalty building already, so let's go ahead and look into that. There we go. And other than that, output cam 8 is getting skipped this turn. Let's see, the Imperial Guard has a city there. It seems that looked like the missile strike from a city. This is probably the very last unit that the sisters have. This one unit of, what are they? Battle Sisters. Battle Sisters. Right, they wear helmets in this game. Kind of used to Sisters of Battle not wearing helmets. I prefer them wearing helmets, though. It makes more sense for them to wear helmets. I guess it's really just supposed to be there to indicate that they're women. Okay, let's see. We got some ratlings here. Gonna go ahead and gun a little bit of them down, and we're gonna go ahead and let one of our Skitarii out to take some shots. Oh, Psychers. I don't expect them to do much. Let's see. Can we get rid of either of these units this turn? It looks like we can get rid of the ratlings this turn. Sure. Well, let's go ahead and drop this guy off as well so we can finish them off. And we're probably going to load back up into the Archaeopter and head off to friendlier territory. Let's see. Yeah, here this Archaeopter with this Dominus. Let's see. We got anything to look for here? Not really. We could send these guys in to finish off the Battle Sisters, but I don't think I will. I'd rather look around and see what's going on up here. The Dominus, I'm pretty comfortable sending him out to scout ahead of the rest of my units. Okay, these Skitarii, I'm going to let them take the first shot from the Castellan. They can take it. Actually, they can take it pretty well. I was expecting them to get mostly annihilated, but no, they're doing pretty good. Oh, 2 Castellans. That's a treat. Let's see. Let's spend the 40 influence and take ourselves another Castellan. Excellent. A free Castellan. Well, not free, but... I mean, we had to pay a paltry little price, considering the amount of time we'd have to otherwise devote, and the resources we'd otherwise have to devote to building this guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish off tearing down this city, and we'll move the rest of the army up. Okay, the Archaeopter, I'll let it scout ahead a little bit. It can take damage easier than the Cataphrons can. Let's see. Just gonna be moving the armies up then. Let's move this guy up here and we'll have the Mechanicus heal him. Yeah. Who else needs to be moved? Nobody? Yeah, alright. Oh, this Mechanicus is ready to level up. Let's see. You can take a stun or you can take Galvanic Field. I suppose we'll take Galvanic Field. This unit of Skitarii here will probably be hanging out and waiting for an Archaeopter to pick them up. Okay. And this Mechanicus is ready to go shopping. Let's go ahead and grab the 2 items we want out of him. We want the Tantalizing Icon and the Scrolls of Magnus. Come to think of it, with the Tantalizing Icon giving you +8 influence, and if you get a Dominus, you get an extra plus, what was it? It was like a +12 influence, though the Dominus himself costs 6. I believe, well, he could have either cost 6 or he cost 4 and he got 8 out of the ability. But I believe that if I recruit a Dominus and get him to purchase the Tantalizing Icon, and he's at level 6, so he's generating, let's see, let's go ahead. Let's just look for certain, just so I don't have to guess at this. Let's see. Mechanicus Locum. I thought that was mechanizing. Ugh. Tongue-tied here. He costs 8 influence, but he produces 12. So, for all intents and purposes, he is actually producing 6 influence. Did I do my math on that right? No, I didn't. 12 minus 8 is 4. Yeah, he's producing 4 influence, but if he equips the Tantalizing Icon, then he is effectively producing 12 influence. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm actually producing more influence from units than I am spending, even though the Mechanicus by himself shouldn't be producing any. Which, come to think of it, this Mechanicus here is not carrying a Tantalizing Icon, but he is right next to a Jacaro encampment, so he could purchase one. That's an idea. Okay, yeah, this guy's gonna otherwise just hang out here until there is somebody ready to pick him up. Let's get this Stratoraptor out of dangerous territory and off to somewhere where he can be more useful. Output Cam 8. I still am not swimming in the kinds of food where I'd be too happy putting out more infantry units or heroes, so I'll hold off just for now. If I were to build a 3rd city right now, it would be a problem for loyalty in the 2 existing cities. Though, considering that I want to build a third city, I should start looking into where would be a good third city spot. The guard may put up a pretty serious fight. Let's see. Oh boy, those Ogrins didn't take much damage there. Hmm. Yeah, this may be a real fight. Let's see here. Alright, the Transvector, we'll go ahead and have it fly up. It'll take some hits, I don't care. If it can distract the guardsmen so they don't hit my actual units I really care about. Let's see, and it will drop a Dominus right here. And we'll move our Scutari up to take some shots on these guardsmen, wipe them out. Let's see, Mr. Tech Priest Dominus can take some shots at somebody. Who does he want to take some shots at? Either one of the heavy tank crews, heavy weapon squads would be a potential problem for me in the future, so better to go ahead and get rid of them. I'm packing a lot of armor, so I'd really prefer... Ooh, I can get rid of those stormtroopers immediately with my Cataphrons. Cataphrons are so good. Good stuff. Let's see. Let's go ahead and apply Wrath of Mars to the Tech Priest Dominus. And, we're not doing much damage to the Ogrins, but we're doing some, which is better than none. Okay. Let's see here. I want this Dominus to pick up some... I want it to pick up a tantalizing icon. Save me some money. So I'm going to want these Cataphrons to move elsewhere, wherever they can free up the space for the Manipulus to step on and order himself a tantalizing icon. Let's see. Tantalizing icon. Excellent. We don't really need another Scroll of Magnus anyways. We're already researching just about everything we want. Okay, who here can take some shots at these Ogrins? No one. Well, these Ogrins will take enough damage. You'll be fine. Okay, down here, let's see. The Taming of the Last Castellan. There's almost something tragic about it. Oh no, it's got a 10-turn cooldown. Oh, well. Well, this data smith served well. Though not for very long. Well, no, actually, he's been there since the beginning, hasn't he? Well, we're going to end up losing a lot of guys to this Castellan, then. That's a little bit silly, but, it's what happens. How much damage can I deal to the Castellan? I can deal a lot to the Castellan. I can probably make the Castellan leave. So I will just do that. Get him out of my hair for a minute. Okay, who is left that needs to be ordered? Oh, a couple Scutari. These humble guys are the backbone of any good army, I suppose. Well, not really. Even this guard army is clearly forwent standard guardsmen a little bit. Don't entirely blame them either. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and pull out. I think we've done our little bit of damage that we wanted to do. And we will have a few units ready for pickup when that Archaeopter comes back around. Let's see, this Archaeopter that's carrying a single Scutari could contribute to finishing off that Castellan, and then pick up the dudes hanging out there, the Data Smith and the Scutari, to take them off to somewhere where they can get healed. That would be a good idea. I think I'll go ahead and do that. The Scutari's going to have to go ahead and hop out. Okay, let's see. Finish off the Castellan. And we will hop the Scutari and the Data Smith in there so they can take a ride to safer territory. All right, output cam 8. Let's see. We're not making any more food, so let's just go ahead and put these buildings to sleep so they stop bothering me for a little while. Helican is ready to produce a building. Let's see. They could use more loyalty. So let's go ahead. We could probably... let's go ahead and just put in one more loyalty building. Okay, Rattlings. Yeah, not the most impressive amount of damage, honestly. And that Ogren is just by himself by that point, so he's not doing much damage at all. Yeah, I've definitely swooped in as these guys were dealing the final blow to the Sisters of Battle themselves. So, this ain't gonna be too difficult. Now, speaking of which, there goes those guardsmen. Rest in peace. And we can go ahead and have this Castellan finish off this Ogren. Oh, no, we can't. He's still got a little bit of health left. So the Udians will do the work. There we go. The rest of the army will move up. I don't see any problem with letting the Scutari take the first couple hits. Yeah, apparently there were no hits to dish out. Oh, well, heavy tank squad, but who cares about those guys? They're not going to do that much damage to infantry. That's not what they're there for. Tech Priest Dominus, ready to take some points. And let's see, Lord of the Machine Cult. Why not? This Archaeopter, we will send it back to go ahead and pick up some units. As will this Archaeopter. Move this Castellan up, take some hits. Oh, well, everybody around here has already done all the hits they're going to do. But we can cause some morale damage. And this Dominus can move in. Let's see. He's not much of a crowd killer, so I can't see him doing much damage to any of these guys. Oh, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and proc Wrath of Mars. And is that going to really provide a substantial increase? No, he's not going to really do any more damage. No, let's send him up against the Psychers then. Let's go ahead and wrap things up with these Ratlings. Get them out of here. These Ogrins don't have very much left to live for either. I wonder, will they, There's not an Ogren unit like the old school Ogren unit that had the shotguns, right? I could be wrong. Maybe there is one of those in the game. But I always remember the Ogrins packing shotguns. Nowadays, they're all about riot shields and clubs. I'm so clueless when it comes to modern Warhammer 40k. Okay, we're going to send these guys back for help. To get help, excuse me. To get help. Because they need it. Okay, this Stratoraptor is going to need to be repaired for a good long while. Let's go ahead and get the Manipulus to work on that. Actually, the Manipulus is so strong at healing, he's just going to heal the Stratoraptor back to full immediately. Alright, well, that solves a few issues. Output Cam 8 has its loyalty building. Excellent. We are seeing increases in output in every category from the Terran Generalism tech we picked up, so that's quite nice. And our influence has gone up massively. Wow, how'd that happen? That's kind of crazy. Alright, we need more food. We are spending a lot of food, sheesh. But we're also making a lot of it, so... not too terrible of a situation. Let's see, I was working on sub-cloisters. Right, that's what I was working on. Well, every one of them gives a population limit and a loyalty, neither of which are terrible. At the same time, I feel like that's just kind of wasting time that could be better spent on other buildings. I'll come back to that later. Let's get in the food building first, because I am suffering for food, and then after that I'll put in a Hab Thane. Okay. Now, have we got anything left on the final tech tree we really want to hit? Blessed Conduits is probably pretty good. Speaking of Blessed Conduits, let's see. Power Surge. I need to start using this like crazy. I've been ignoring it for most of the game because I just haven't had the influence economy. Okay. Now, which of my cities is the best producer? Hang on. Helican has only got 6 loyalty. Output Cam 8 has 18. Probably makes the most sense to invest in loyalty. So let's go ahead and go for that. Power Surge to the loyalty area. Since I don't have any one particular resource I want to make more of, makes more sense to invest in just slightly increasing all of them. Looking up now, I've just now noticed I've got a reserve of 800 food. So maybe I was worrying a bit too much about the food income there. We are very much pushing the Imperial Guard back here. I am now seeing there's another Sisters of Battle city right there, which makes sense. I didn't get a pop-up saying they died. So I've walked into the middle of a battle here. I'm curious about the Sisters of Battle cities, though. My understanding was that they had some kind of weird situation where they could build cities that were only a single tile, or maybe it was that they only got to expand out to a single tile. That would make more sense, because I was confused how you could have a city that was only a single tile and it'd be profitable. Let's see. Looks like they've been taking a bunch of tiles off of the hands of the sisters, and I am taking them all for myself. So, just going ahead and stealing resources from both, I suppose. Which is kind of what I wanted to do. They have a lot of psychers. Wow. Alright, well, let's go ahead and fix that problem then. Alright, we got the Mechanicus. He can go ahead and go somewhere to heal somebody. Does anybody particularly need healing? I guess he can heal these Cataphron. And this Dominus, who just can't catch up. Really awkward to have him there, since Dominuses are there to fight, really. Let's see, he can do he can just about finish off these Psychers. He can contribute. Alright. We can wipe out one unit of Psychers. Let's go ahead and wipe out the one with more health. Slightly more health. Sheesh. This is absurd. Okay, let's see. This transvector that is completely empty. We're going to want to go ahead and order a unit of Scutari. We're going to want to soon look into producing more Genitor Carapradium so we can get Scutari out like mad and just funnel a ton of them onto the continent nearby using the transvector. And for that matter, I'm also going to order a datasmith. We need a datasmith to start clearing out some of these features and make it easier to get my... I'm kind of thinking, like, I'm going to have the transvector move just loads Scutari over here, and just clear out all this junk so the Scutari can just run across the fields into Guard and Sisters Battle territory. Okay, meanwhile, this Mechanicus is in... Now, I'll go ahead and move the Stratoraptor. The Stratoraptor seems like he could have some use shooting the Imperial Guard in the back line. Okay, here we go. This transvector full of dudes. Let's go ahead and get these dudes healed up. We'll have the Mechanicus do it real quick. Excellent. And other than that, the other Scutari in there are already healed up, so we can fill this transvector full of Scutari and ship them on over to the other coastline. Should probably look into Scutari Rangers at some point. If memory serves, those guys were really good. Okay. Yeah, we got several transvectors moving people around here, which is the ideal situation. It's nice having a transport plane as the Mechanicus. It's kind of annoying as the Space Marines or Guard that your transports are the slow-moving land vehicles. Go ahead and take this Sirencaster. Love a good Sirencaster. Makes it where I can ignore the loyalty mechanic a little bit more. Or at least make it benefit me instead of harm me. Let's see, the Sisters of Battle are bringing to bear a little bit more of an actual army. It looks like, I don't know, that might just be the one unit they get to pump out every 10 turns. The Guard, credit where credit is due, still trying to throw themselves at the Sisters here. But I am not being very helpful to that effort. Let's see, these Scutari could step in and take some free shots. That could be fun. After all, I'm much more worried about the Guard than I am the Sisters. Go ahead and have these Cataphrons sit on Overwatch. I'll move this... Yeah, I'll move this Castellan up so he can take some shots from these Stormtroopers. They're not doing very much. They're losing a guy every time they shoot my Castellan. That is very funny. Let's see, we're gonna have... Let's see, can the Mechanicus move up there to help the Castellan? Yes, he can. Alright. Well, they're not going to do any damage to the Castellan then, because I'm just going to keep healing it. Meanwhile, these Cataphrons, let's see. Who here can we do some damage to? The Castellan's not going to be able to finish off anybody, so I should probably go ahead and finish off the Ogren. That'll cause some good morale damage to the surrounding guardsmen. There we go. So much for their attempted invasion of the Sister Battle lands. It was probably a nice try. Don't really know. I wasn't there for it. I am freeing up a lot of space in their budget, really, so they should be thanking me. Not gonna have to support any of these troops anymore. Okay. Let's go ahead and just do a little bit of healing with this Tech Priest Dominus. Just a little bit of healing. Who do we do a little bit of healing to? Let's do a little bit of healing to the Cataphron. They're the most valuable. And this Mechanicus has leveled up. I'm shocked that he has any levels to gain. Just sweeping through here with the Cataphron and the Castellan, seeing if there's any more outposts I can take. Probably not many. There is a little Ruins of Vol there that I could take, but don't really need research that much. Right, I wanted to look into what place should I settle. There's a lot of Ruins of Vol, but not sure I'm going to be needing much research anymore. Let's see. A Grok's Pasture, a Shard of Vol, and a Ruins of Vol. Well, this looks like a pretty good ore spot here. I don't want the Ruins of Vol. So, if we could get the Ruins of Vol and the ore field to swap places, that'd be brilliant. But I don't think we can do that. Let's see. An ore field in the volcanic biome is too hard to pass up. So I suppose, let's see. If we wanted to settle here, we'd have to settle somewhat close to the Sirencaster, which would take up one of our tiles. That would be annoying, but we can live with it. That'll be a priority for me to look into in the immediate future. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and load these Scutari up. Get this Mechanicus to provide a little bit of healing to the... Whoa! I accidentally used Jink. Okay. I hate that word. Why is it gotta be called that? That sounds like a racial slur. Alright. Ship those Scutari over to those shores. The Mechanicus will wait for the next plane, I guess. I don't know. I might have him just sit here and wait and heal anybody who comes back. Alright, this transvector is going to be sitting and waiting until it can be loaded full of occupants. Output cam 8, we could stand to put out Scutari at a faster rate. The Genitor Catapradium produces food, ore, and influence, none of which are bad. However, we are also going to need a population cap building soon. We have not hit our population cap, though, so we're not that much at risk. You know, we don't need to be in that much of a rush. So, yeah, we'll put in another Genitor Catapradium. Meanwhile, in Helican, let's see. We will be producing a... Well, looks like we're doing pretty good for loyalty. Our loyalty just shot up from 6 to 17. Thanks to just a select few important techs. Let's see. We can also produce food. We can get a population cap going. There's as many minerals as we're going to get out of that tile. We can get more influence going. Certainly wouldn't complain about that. More heroes. Really, it's just a choice of doing whatever we want. Though the option of extra... Hang on. Have we already got as many subclusters as we're going to get? Yes, we have. Let's see. There is a 4th slot here for another Basilicon Archaeoptera, which would be food or influence and increased production of planes. If we can get even more of an Air Force going, Stratoraptor seemed quite good. I'm going to go ahead and do that, because a Stratoraptor right now is produced in 3 turns, but we can get it faster than that. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we've routed off most of the guard. We can try and hit them while they run, but let's see what's going on for the sisters here. Let's see, they have a lightning fighter. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's move up the Castellan. He's gonna be able to take some hits. Looks like they've only got the lightning fighter left, and we can do quite a bit of damage to the lightning fighter just with Castellans. We can finish off the sisters, that way we know we can prioritize just the guard. So let's go ahead and get some work done here. Let's shoot at the guardsmen while they run away, just to make sure that they do run away. Finish off the last of their rear guard here. Alright, we got a Mechanicus. He can provide some healing. As well as the Galvanic Field buff. So I'll hold off on doing anything for the moment. Well, he can contribute a little bit of damage to the city. Just a itty bitty little bit. Okay. 2 Dominuses. I doubt either of these guys are going to be much useful to the siege, but probably won't be terrible. Okay, we'll move the Stratoraptor up, see what's going on here. Got a heavy tank crew on the run. They're going to do probably a good bit of damage to the Stratoraptor. No, very little of it, actually. Psychers are going to do even less than that. And we could go ahead and just wipe the heavy weapons squad or the Psychers off the board. Let's do just that. Sheesh, yeah, I would like more Stratoraptors. I just need to get an energy economy going, and then, woof. Let's get some Scutari on the ground. Actually, this is probably not going to be hitting the guard too hard. But it can claim a couple outposts. So I might just take that outpost and then tell the Scutari to get back in the plane. Okay. This Transvector is ready to drop these guys out to do some healing. Let's see. The Datasmith could use some, and so could the Scutari. The Scutari are in worse shape, so we'll heal them first. That Datasmith will probably want to send down here to go ahead and claim that city. The next Datasmith will be devoted to... Oh, this guy. Yeah, this guy will be devoted to tearing up the... Wherever we're going to go, wherever we're going, he'll tear it up. Let's see. Clear up some space for the soldiers to advance. Alright, output cam 8 has produced the Datasmith like I ordered. Let's see, I don't want any other heroes for a minute. I'm going to want some more influence going so I can get some more Dominuses out for the money they output. And let's see, output cam 8 is producing a building. So, don't need anything else for him to do. Looks like the sisters are still more worried about whatever the guard has than they are about me. Which can't entirely blame them, because there were a lot of guardsmen there for a minute. However, I have taken 2 of the guardsmen's cities. They have taken 2 of the sisters' cities. The guardsmen have taken none. So there is that. Let's see, we can do a little bit of damage to the Canoness or the Lightning Fighter. Well, let's do some more to the Lightning Fighter. I have a strong feeling the Lightning Fighter does a lot of damage itself. How much damage do the Scutari do to the Lightning Fighter? A fair amount, but they'd probably be better off hitting the city. Let's go for it. Gives the space for the Dominus to get in there. Okay, who do we want to hit with these guys? Let's wipe out the Lightning Fighter. Let's get it off the board. Okay, while the rest of the army, let's see, the Mechanicus will stay in place. Because I forgot to use his buff. And this Dominus will move up and do only this tiniest little bit of damage to the city. The Scutari will sweep around the sides and see if there aren't any remaining guardsmen here. Doesn't look like. Okay. And this Stratoraptor, we'll have it move over these guys, see what's going on over here. More Psychers, and some Tech Priests. Let's see. Well, none of these guys are going to be doing any real damage worth caring about, but we can kill them anyways. So let's do it. Okay. One of these guys I'm going to have claim that Ruin of Vol. The others, though, I'm going to send back to pick up that Data Smith. Because those 3 Skitarii plus the Data Smith can probably clear up this little area right here for a staging grounds for an invasion, or a siege, whatever you want to say. Oh, the Data Smith is healing inside the vehicle. That's curious. Well, I guess that solves the primary worry I had there. Let's see. Let's get the Skitarii in there with them. And let's ship this transvector all the way down south. This transvector is still waiting for people to pick up. Let's order another set of Skitarii from Output Cam 8. And wow, my food production has gone up massively with that Genitor Carapradium. That's ridiculous. Sheesh. Yeah, I can be producing infantry units for forever at this rate. But let's put another Genitor Carapradium in just because I feel like it. And not too long after that, actually, let's not produce a Genitor Carapradium. Let's produce a Habfane. There we go. Alright, this Data Smith will wait just a turn. He's not ready to be picked up yet. This Manipulus will hang out here. Oh, this Dominus dude. Yeah, he'll step in here and do pretty well nothing. Take that Jokero encampment. You know, if they're going to put in any more races, any more playable races, what I want is, I'm going to produce the Night Crusader. That sounds like fun. What I want first are, of course, the Dark Eldar, and then, you know, the Gene Stealer cults. But after that, I would like the Inquisition just so we can get Jokero, because that would be so funny. I still think the Jokero are funny. It's probably a played-out gag to everybody else. The Men of Tourmalid? Can you really call Ogren's men? I guess they're a mutant variety of man. Oh boy. Let's get rid of these mutant men. Oof. Oh, we lost a unit of Skitarii. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Okay, let's give a little bit of that galvanic field buff to the Castellan. The Castellan will do his own very small amount of damage to the Canoness. No, let's hit the Preceptory. Let's let the Dominus do his work against the Canoness. No, he's not doing much either. Sheesh. He does good work against the city, though. That's confounding. I don't understand how the damage systems in this game work, really. In case it hasn't already been made obvious. Let's see, let's get this Castellan with Hammer of Wrath. He's not going to do much damage either. But ideally we can get the Canoness to leave us alone. Can we finish the Canoness off? We can. Excellent. Okay. And the city's morale has been absolutely ruined, so shouldn't be too long to finish the city off just yet. Okay. Alright, these Skitarii, who I left down here to claim an outpost, they have a couple more outposts to claim, so let's get them about that. This Stratoraptor, let's have it move over just a little bit, and then... Oh, I guess we're going to be hitting those Tech Priests, though not from up close, that much is certain. Lost track of those Psychers, that's unfortunate. Alright. This Transvector is ready to pick up the Data Smith. And this Transvector is going to move on down to the spot where we want to have found our third city. Got another set of Skitarii here. Gonna go ahead and load them up into the Transvector. Output Cam 8 will order another set of Skitarii. And in Helican, we will order... Let's see, we got a 4th airport. If we want to get a real crazy Air Force going, though... Let's see, let's get Order a Stratoraptor. We'll use him for well, anything. It's hard to go wrong with a unit like that. And we will start a insane power energy economy and make more energy than what we'll know to do with. So we will spend it on ludicrous quantities of fighter planes. Let's see, are they going to be able to do much damage to our Cataphrons? No, not very much at all. Aren't these healers? Yeah, Hospitaliers. These are healers. What are they doing? Okay, curious choices, curious choices. Let's get rid of these guys then. Let's see, the Galvanic Field buff didn't provide anything, so just gonna ignore that. Do damage to the city, tear it down, using every unit we've got surrounding it. Now, will take a little bit of time. This Castellan will move on up. This Transvector will move to the west some ways. Okay. Let's take that pipeline. Can always use free energy. I'll find some use for it. Let's see. These Skitari are going to lose this fight. However, if we bring in the Stratoraptor and the Cataphron, they can turn it against the Ogrins. Just a little bit. Just the slightest bit. Just to save me on another Skitari. Which I guess the Skitari aren't hyper valuable on their own, but... Let's see, this Transvector that is now full of people is ready to go ahead and start clearing out a little pathway here. So let's get a Datasmith out here on the field. Well, first let's move a Skitari out there, just in case there's something in the forest. There is nothing in the forest. Let's get the Datasmith out here. The Datasmith has not used his action yet, so he can go ahead and tear up that razor wire. Or wireweed, whichever. And the Skitari can go ahead and hop on out of here. Now, I'm obviously not going to be able to hit the city with 3 units of Skitari. But I can form a little brigade there ready to cover for a unit that can do damage to the city. Okay, let's move this Transvector up a little bit so he's a little more ready to anticipate incoming units Skitari to carry. Okay, we've got a Habfane put in output cam 8, finally. Been waiting on that for a minute now. Been putting that off for a minute now, more like. And let's see, we are losing a lot of energy on something. I don't know what. There's something we just built that is costing us a lot of energy. So let's go ahead and get more of the energy economy going in output cam 8. This will be the last energy building we put in output cam 8, at least for a while. Go ahead and wrap it up in output cam 8. Oh, we're not using power surge. Right. That's probably what caused part of our economic hit. So now that I'm thinking about that, I better go ahead and go back to output cam 8. And let's see. That's our loyalty district, right? Yes, it is. Whoops. So let's go ahead and get a power surge rolling. What's the cooldown on power surge now? 3 turns. That's pretty good. Let's load more Skitari up into that Transvector. We're going to want some heavier infantry to take down that guard city soon. So, we're going to want to be producing some more Cataphrons out of these cities soon. Okay. Let's push forward towards the enemy city here. While the Datasmith goes ahead and tears up more of the wireweed, opening up the pathway for us to attack. Okay, and this Transvector can move backwards to pick up anybody that needs a ride. Alright. There's probably some Psychers around here, but I haven't seen them in a minute. Let's go ahead. Well, Gene Stealer cultists. These guys have been alive for a long time. Sheesh. The AI is not very good about clearing out barbarians, it seems. Oh, Rattlings. Oh, a single Skitari. That's annoying. Okay, let's go ahead and finish off these Ogrins. Goodbye. The Udians are going to go back there and get themselves some free healing. You know, even if I was choosing to give my units goofy names like I have been doing in the multiplayer game with my buddy Pink, I would not change Udians. As a matter of fact, I'd probably intentionally give the name Udians to a unit that is rank 1. Alright, and goodbye, Sisters of Battle. Whew. Alright then. With that done, we are ready to push on ahead to the first guard city that we happen to run into. Oh no, a Gene Stealer cult ambush. What will we do? Anyways. Let's see. This Tech Priest Dominus got a level up. Excellent. His final level up. And he'll put it into Scryer's Skull, I guess. Scryer's Skull. What would, whoop, actually turned off Overwatch. Scryer's Skull. Can I use that anywhere on the map? Yes, I can. That's an ability I should have been using a long time ago! Oh! I thought that had a range of like 10 tiles. Oh no, I should have been using that on all my Dominuses a long time ago. Oh, wow. Yeah, let's go ahead and get around to using that. Doing some scouting on what's going on with the guard here. So we got, let's see, yeah, 3 cities of substantially different sizes, it looks like. We could probably take a glimpse into what's going on in the Shadow of War as well. How many Dominuses do I have? I have 2, right? No, I have 3. I have a third one sitting around here somewhere, don't I? I guess we'll find him later. Let's see, this Manipulus got a level up. Good for him. That's his final level up. We can go ahead and wipe out these Gene Stealer cultists. Probably the very last in the whole world. It's a tragedy, that tells you. Okay, are we ready to go ahead and set up a third city, it looks like? Okay, so let's go ahead and do the math here on where that city would be best placed. Because, let's see, it would probably be, yeah, just right here, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can reach the Ruins of All. Could it? Hang on. 1, 2, 3. It might not be able to reach the Ruins of All. And if I put it right here, it can't expand in this direction. So I'm actually going to want to put it up on this wireweed, I guess? This is awkward placement. If I put it right here on this orc mushroom field, it would not be able to reach the ore field. So we're going to have to put it right here where this wireweed is. It's just very inconveniently placed wireweed. Okay. So I'll leave a couple Scutari here just to hold the city down, just to be safe. Though even then, I think I'm being a bit paranoid. Tear up that wireweed, and on the next turn, we will found a city. Okay, here in Output Cam 8, we're ready to order another unit of Scutari, so let me do just that. We can get Scutari in a single turn, and we haven't even built a 4th Genitor Carapradium. That's crazy. Okay, here in Helican, let's see, we're going to have to get to work on another loyalty district in both cities pretty soon. However, just to get more of an energy economy going, let's set up another energy building in Helican. And then next turn, we'll look into setting up a loyalty district in Helican. Oh, well, this is mildly annoying. Rattlings are awesome, though. I want to play the guard and use the Rattlings more. I never get enough of a food game going as the guard to make much use of Rattlings. I need to change that. Okay, well, goodbye, Rattlings. These, Scutari are going to have to run back a little bit. Okay, we have another guard city there. Let's see. This Dominus. This Manipulus will have him run up to heal either of the units that happen to be named Steel Confessed. Oh, wait, this is a Dominus, not a Manipulus. He'll still work. He'll still get the job done. Speaking of Dominus is getting the job done, let's go ahead and have him heal the other Steel Confessed. And we'll be pushing the army ahead little bit by little bit Let's see, there's an Umbra. Those guys aren't going to be a problem. I have surpassed their level by quite some time ago. Who else is left needing orders? Right, let's go ahead and start our third city. Why can't I start a city there? Oh, wait, that's tearing up tiles. Right. Silly me. Okay. Now, this city isn't going to generate very much food at all. But let's get it started on 2 Artisan Constructorums. There we go. The Transvector will run all the way back home, and these 2 Scutari will be left to hold the city. At least while it's in its infancy. Take that Groxpaster. I enjoy food. It tastes better when it's stolen from my enemies. Tear up the little bits of wireweed here. And the rest of my army will be sitting here in hold position stance. This Stratoraptor can run on up ahead. No, that's probably not a smart idea. We'll have it look around in the vicinity of the Scutari, though. Okay, these Scutari are ready to be loaded into this Transvector. Once a 4th one is ready to load into that Transvector, we will ship it on across the seas to form more of a beachhead, and then we will probably get to work on our Cataphrons. Okay. Let's see. Here in Output Cam 8, we could probably stand to get started on another loyalty district soon-ish. Let's see. Is there a tile that I don't intend to use for really anything? A tile that's not much good for anything. Well, I can't see us producing minerals in Output Cam 8 because we have that new city that'll be producing a lot of minerals on their own. But everything else here looks like it's either a good food or a good energy tile. Probably not this one, though. But with how the tile adjacency system works, we probably want to build into a tile that will provide boosts to nearby tiles. I don't want to waste a tile, though. We should be looking into the tile adjacency system, though, because that is something that I'm not using right now that would probably be very beneficial soon. And in Helican, we're going to do the same. We're going to expand and look into making a loyalty district. Let's see. Is there any tiles here that are not super good? Yeah, none of them are bad, but this one's nothing special. Yeah, they're both nothing special over here, so I'll take either one of these. Yeah. Go ahead and go for that. And we can produce another Stratoraptor, excuse me. We'll hold off on it just for this turn. Let's see. We've got the ability to produce Night Crusaders. Where are those produced from? They are produced from the Manufactorum Cybernetica. Okay, well, the problem here is that none of my cities are anywhere near close enough to the enemy for the Night Crusader to actually reach them before I win. So, we'll maybe produce one in the 3rd city, because that'll be closer. Let's go ahead and look backwards, then. Let's see. A Scutari Marshal, a hero type that we've entirely skipped over. Something tells me that was a mistake. We'll get to work on rectifying that mistake, though, and probably printing out a ton of those dudes. Scutari versus Guardsmen. I'm not confident for the Guardsmen, but they do have the advantage of grenades and a forest to hide in. There we go. Let's tear up this forest here so that it does not impede the oncoming assault. This Stratoraptor probably doesn't... We probably don't want to use it too closely to the enemy city. Let's go ahead and use it to finish off those guardsmen, or at the very least do a lot of damage. Let's see, we got here a 4th Imperial Guard city. It's kind of surprising. The Imperial Guard doesn't really have a good way to deal with loyalty in my experience. Then again, I've never played that much Guard, so I'm probably dead wrong about that. Pushing the guards back slowly. Okay, let's do some damage to these Umbras here. These could pose a problem in the future. Alright. This Dominus needs healing badly. Oof. Let's go ahead and have the Manipulus heal him. Get him back up to speed, and then the Dominus will be ready to get up on the field himself. We're definitely going to be able to take this guard city, but I'm curious if they have anything else sitting on the rest of their cities. Oh, wait, I just told that Scutari to move. It's the one I wanted sitting still. Yeah, well. Okay, and we've loaded up this transvector with Scutari. Let's send it across the seas. Output Cam 8, we will order a... Let's order a Scutari Marshal. Sure, let's see what he does. And we could order another Genitor Carapradium, but instead we'll be ordering a Loyalty Building. I'm almost kind of content to go ahead and have my army sit still while I get to work finishing up all my various projects in the cities. But gotta keep things moving. Hallican can start work on another Stratoraptor. We'll put that to sleep for the moment. Well, how much of energy? Oh, I can afford to splurge a little bit. Okay. Let's see, we're going to next research Scutari Rangers. If memory serves, those guys were quite good. Oh no! Those Imperial Guardsmen worship Nurgle. Oh, that Umbra's just going to eat. Yeah, that Umbra just ate a Cataphren. That's unfortunate, but eh. Okay. Goodbye, Umbra. Let's see, do quite a bit of damage to the Guardsmen there. And move in and finish them off with the Stratoraptor. Okay, we are going to need some hefty healing here to deal with what we are looking at. The Dominus can take more damage from the city, as can the Castellan, though, so they can cover for the other Cataphrons' approach. And the Stratoraptor, what damage can the Stratoraptor do? Probably not terribly significant. Oh, that's a good amount of damage for a flyer. However, it is trapped between two other pretty heavy-duty vehicles, so that's going to be a problem. Let's go ahead and use the Jink ability. And it'll do considerably less damage to the city, but it'll at least do some. Okay, these Cataphren need healing badly. Where's my Manipulus? There he is. Ah, he can't heal them in time, though. The Dominus can contribute a little bit, though. Wait. There we go. The Scutari will move up, but they'll be very much sitting in the back lines. They just can't take enough damage to be worth anything on the front. Okay, we're going to need to do quite a bit of healing, though. The guard has two heavy hitters right there, and that Umbra was nice enough to go ahead and dish out some free damage just to annoy me. Let's see, let's go ahead and wipe a bit more of this forest out here. And this guy that just arrived with some Scutari, he can go ahead over here and set these Scutari loose upon the countryside. Alright. And we haven't got much left to order. So probably the last one's going to be, yeah, this guy. So we will sit over here and tell him to hold position. And ideally, I won't get confused and give him orders to the contrary again. Okay, we can increase the morale of Scutari Vanguards and Scutari Rangers, or we can order some Cerberus Sulfur Hounds. I'm taking the Robot Cowboys. I didn't even know those guys counted as infantry. Do they stuff the Robot Horse in there with them? Oh boy, well, there goes a Stratoraptor. Good thing we ordered another one. That's a tank commander. Oof. Now, as long as they're sitting behind the city, this is going to be a problem. But I could send in another Stratoraptor to do probably a little bit of damage to that Valkyrie. Let's see, how much damage would he do? Let's see, what's the maximum amount of damage? Not too shabby. Let's go for that. Okay, let's go ahead and take that Jacaro encampment. These guys we're going to send around the side just to do a little bit of looking around. And this Dominus will be moved up as well. The Manipulus will move up just a tad and then have him heal the Cataphren as the Cataphren moves back up itself. We got a lot of Cataphrons here that need a little bit of healing. Just a little bit. This one needs a little bit more than a little bit, so... Alright, yeah, just kind of slowly moving up on the city with my tankier units to cover for the rather impressive firepower they have sitting on the other side of this lake. Okay, this data smith, let's go ahead and have all these Scutari go to sleep. Except for this transvector. This transvector will go back home. Right, and the data smith will be ready to start tearing up the forest. There we go. So much easier to tear down than to build up. Oh, Scutari Marshal. So we've got a hero here. Very nothing upkeep. Wow. So this guy by himself will be producing influence, I believe, once he gets the tantalizing icon. Let's see, his abilities. Removes Doctrina Imperative Malice. Right, the Doctrina Imperative system that I have not been using at all. Which is probably quite silly. Let's go ahead and get a loyalty boost in Helican. There we go. How long does the loyalty... How does the power surge... How long does the power surge last? Looks like only probably a single turn, then. Okay. Yeah, this Scutari Marshal, the Doctrina Imperative system, which I have not been using, does mean buffs in exchange for malices. This guy gets rid of the malices. Increases attacks of nearby Scutari units. That would be quite good. Increases damage. Yeah, that sounds quite good. And increases... Okay, so he's got some passive buffs, some active buffs. The whole deal. Okay. Let's grab him some items from the shop. And then after that, we'll be sending him out to hang out with the other Scutari. There we go. And because he has the tantalizing icon, he's producing 8 influence, even though he's costing only 4. So he is producing 4 influence. That's quite nice. Alright, this transvector is... Yeah, we've got several transvectors ready to just be parked and loaded with troops. We've got a Stratoraptor to replace the one we just lost. Let's send him up somewhere. And in Helican, we are going to order another Stratoraptor. That sounds quite good. While in Output Cam 8, we are going to order a unit of... Kind of thinking about Sulphur Hounds, because they are using a lot of infantry. Would there be a good place to drop them, though? Probably good to go ahead and order a Cataphron Destroyer right now, because those guys just seem to be good in every situation. And then I'll look into Cerberus Sulphur Hounds and Scutari Rangers. Just want to be safe first. Let's see, and let's time to continue upgrading our loyalty economy here in Output Cam 8, because that will just continue to pay dividends the longer the game goes on. Alright, take this Jacaro encampment for ourselves. And do we have any Dominuses, let's see, that are good to use this Scryer Skull? Okay, so we can see that they don't have anything back there. Okay, we can research again. Let's see. Fulgurite Electro Priests. Sure, some melee dudes. Why not? That sounds like fun. They've moved their tank commander up. So, ideally, I can go ahead and start doing some damage to him with Cataphrons. He's just that dedicated to trying to do as much damage to my Stratoraptor as he can. Yeah, they're trying to focus down the Stratoraptor hard. Okay, we got Fulgurite Electro Priests. Those dudes get stronger every time they kill somebody, I believe. I believe that's their gimmick. Okay, the tank commander has a lot of health. Oof. See what we can do about him. Yeah, let's move the Castellan up into the city a little bit. Give space for someone else to come up. Let's see. Mr. Tech Priest Dominus, you can do a significant amount of damage to the tank commander. Please do. The Scutari, however, the Ududians do not pose that much of a threat. So I will hold them off because I'd rather not lose them. Okay. Alright, yeah, okay, this Manipulus. Let's go ahead. Can we move him and the Cataphrons up at the same time? Kind of, yeah. Let's do that, then. Get these Cataphrons back online. And this Dominus is taking a little bit of damage from the city of Alea, but not really anything worth worrying about. And he will do much more damage for every bit that he's taking, evidently. Okay, who's left that needs to be moved? You, Mr. Castellan. And these cataphrons. Yeah, we're tearing the city down. We're making good progress here. Okay, who's left? Ah, this Castellan guy. Yeah, he can do more damage to the city. Let's try and take down the city. And the Scutari are going to end up finishing the city. That's kind of funny. And there goes that city. All the time they devoted to building that city is now wasted time. They continue to destroy the natural wildlife of the region for fun and profit. Well, really more so fun. Okay, let's see. We can throw a couple more people at that Valkyrie over there. A couple more Stratoraptors, excuse me. Alright, the Scutari Marshal is ready to be loaded up into a Transvector. Which Transvector is going to take flight first? Well, let's go for this Transvector just because it's more convenient for me. This Helican, we have got another loyalty building out. Let's go ahead and keep that trend going. Every time I put out one of those loyalty buildings, it will be increasing the output of my Manufactorum Cyberneticas and my Basilicon Archaeopteras. What I should be doing with my research now is I should be looking into, let's see, Scorpius Dune Rider is a transport. Where's our... There it is, the Scorpius Disintegrator. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get that rolling, and we can produce some tanks that can sail the high seas. Why does that Valkyrie hate Scutari? For what reason? That was completely unnecessary. Oh no, heavy tank squads. What am I going to do? Anyways. Okay. Let's go ahead and wipe out most of these Psychers. And let's get after this... Oh, it's a Marauder Bomber. Okay. Interesting. Anyways. Let's see. Let's get the Manipulus to heal these Scutari so the Scutari do not lose their lives. And we will continue to tear down the Marauder Bomber with everything we've got. Can we tear down the Marauder Bomber? Does not entirely look like that's the case, at least not yet. We can do a little bit of healing to the Cataphrons, but not a huge amount. Oh, we can finish off the Marauder Bomber. Alright, goodbye. That thing was annoying. Okay, just pushing up. Let's finish off the tank commander. He's going to be more annoying if he gets away. Okay, we got a Dominus here that's ready to level up. Scryer Skull. Every level into Scryer Skull takes off a turn of cooldown, I see. So, yeah, that does seem like a really good ability that I should have been using instead of ignoring. Okay, let's have the Stratoraptor be in the right place for it to get healed by the Manipulus. Meanwhile, over here, the slow destruction of the natural life on the continent of Zastrugi Ridge continues. Okay. And there goes that heavy weapons squad. Never saw it coming. Well, evidently they saw it coming a little bit. They were able to get some shots off before they died. Okay, and let's see. These guys are very heavy, so it's just going to be them and the Marshal loaded into that one Transvector. That may be all we need, though. Okay. Here in Output Cam 8, we are ready to order a unit of Sulfur Hounds. Those guys, I believe, are quick. And a unit of Fulgurite Electro Priests. Both could probably do some good work. Both consume food, so that's something to keep track of. Let's see, we've got a loyalty building up here. but let's go ahead and put in another. Because we're always going to need more. Helican is ready to order another Stratoraptor, and we're still making ludicrous amounts of energy, so let's go ahead and get on that. Let's see, how's Striken Fictus, there we go, easy for me to say, has got 4 turns left on its first Artisan Constructorum, and has not even yet begun work on the second one. Who knows if he will even get to work on that. Let's see, Command Uplink reduces morale loss for any units near a Archaeoptera. Looks like we have a lot of abilities that reduce the morale loss for units next to vehicles. Let's go ahead and get to work on some of these abilities, though, these imperatives. Let's go ahead and get to work on some of them, because they seem like they'd actually be quite good. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use some Scryer Skulls. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's get rid of these Psychers. And start looking around. I doubt that they've founded a 5th city. I'd be impressed if they had founded a 5th city. But nonetheless, let's check what's going on up here. Oh, we got Enslavers and a Hollow Projector. The Hollow Projector does sound quite good. I might take that. And we have a Primaris Psyker. There we go. That's something a little bit more, a little more threatening than the standard Psyker. What's going on over here? Whole lot of unclaimed land. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's have the Manipulus move up. The Stratoraptor will move with him. And then the Manipulus will go ahead and heal the Stratoraptor to pretty well full. And the Stratoraptor will be ready to get back to its usual killing purposes. Let's see. We're not really in any position to go ahead and shoot across the lake. The Cataphrons don't have that long range. I believe the Scutari Rangers are the sniping unit you get as the Mechanicus, and I don't have any of those dudes yet. Okay, this Stratoraptor is ready to go around the side and start doing more damage. Let's see. The city's going to take some shots at him. Oh! I guess it makes sense the rocket launcher has a range of 3. And anyone else got some Overwatch attacks they want to hit with? No? Okay. Well, goodbye, Primaris Psyker. That was pretty well an assassination. Sheesh. Okay, let's move this Scutari up, and he's going to run into an Imperial Guard Sentinel. Oh, I think our plan's been made. Not that I'm complaining too hard, though. We're going to go ahead and push up a layer closer to the city. And this Stratoraptor, excuse me, Transvector, is going to unload its cargo. And with that Cataphron comes the doom of cities. The doom of all civilization. I now have too many Transvectors for as many units as I'm putting out. Oh, we've got another Stratoraptor. Excellent. Can use a bunch of these guys to go ahead and hit the city Paradisus Macarius. Okay, Helican is ready to put in another building and order another Stratoraptor. We'll order another Stratoraptor. Come to think of it, I haven't used Power Surge in a minute. Let's go ahead and use Power Surge on... If we use it on... Okay, hang on, I have a stupid question. Let's try this. The Subcloister is producing 6 influence and 4 population gap at a loss of 8 energy. Now, it's probably not going to produce any more population cap, but once we've applied Power Surge, it does not produce any more loyalty, at least this turn. It's probably going to adjust for that next turn. That was a stupid way to spend it, but nonetheless, I was curious. Okay, we need more loyalty. Always more loyalty. Loyalty is good. Loyalty supplies for everybody. Okay, let's see. Protector Imperative. Increases ranged accuracy but reduces melee accuracy. Well, I believe the only melee unit I would be having is the Fulgurite. And the Fulgurite is not a Doctrine Imperative. Imperator Doctrine? I don't know. He is a Canticles of the Omnissiah unit, so that's not a problem. Let's go ahead and order some infantry units in Helican. Let's order some Sulphur Hounds, sure. And we'll send them to go get loaded into the Transvectors. Okay, they have another Marauder Bomber. That could be a problem. That looks like that will be a problem. However, I do have a unit that can heal right there, so I'm not super worried. Let's see. Oh yeah, this shouldn't be a problem. Let's go ahead and whittle down this Sentinel very, very slowly. Can't do much damage to the Marauder Bomber. We can do some damage to the Sentinel. Meanwhile, the Cataphrons, if we can get them up closer, can definitely take out... Well, they can definitely annihilate the Sentinel right now. But after that, they can take out the Marauder, or do at least quite a bit of damage to the Marauder as well. The Skitarii Marshal, will move him up. We want him close to the front lines where he can provide his variety of buffs. This Stratoraptor is going to be doing the majority of the damage to the Marauder Bomber. Whew, yeah, doing a lot of damage to the Marauder Bomber. Sheesh. Alright, this Stratoraptor's taking on some damage. Let's move him back. And he'll be replaced by one more of his number that will promptly annihilate these Heavy Weapons Squad. Whew. Yeah, we are very much rolling over what's left of the opponent by now. Let's see, can I wipe out? I'll wipe out the last of this Heavy Weapons Squad. Not much left they can really threaten me with anymore. Oh no, a land bridge! We got a traffic jam! What is that, a Chaos Spawn? That's a Chaos Spawn. What's that doing here? I guess that can be a neutral type, you just almost never see it. Can it be a neutral type? It would make sense as a barbarian. I would struggle to think of things more barbaric than a Chaos Spawn. But, come to think of it, that might be from the Chaos player that I killed, like, hours ago. Huh. Speaking of hours ago, I believe this would probably be a good time to go ahead and wrap up this recording. So, I will see you folks in the next part where I almost certainly am going to finish the guard off. See you then!